It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior, where we teach seniors how to use technology and become more proficient in the Chrome browser using bookmarks and playlists. So let me show you how to accomplish that. Before we get started, we'd sure appreciate that like and subscribe. You know, it's so important to bookmark your secure sites. If you go to Facebook and go to login, if you just type in the URL Facebook login, if you transpose any of those letters in Facebook, it's going to take you to a very bad site. So it is very important that for each of your secure sites that you have it bookmarked so you can't make that mistake. This is a very big security issue. So bookmarks are important. I'm also going to talk about playlists and how you can add playlists to your bookmark bar and become more proficient. So let's have a look at this in the video. So let's look at the bookmark bar. Now the bookmark bar in your Chrome browser is simply a more efficient way to store your bookmarks. There's nothing unique or special about it, but what I'm going to show you is you can become a real power user using your Chrome browser if you use the bookmark bar. So in the past, there have been other bars that have been added below the bookmark bar, and these are often installed in addition to apps. And these are all bad, and you should delete them. I don't think they're around very much anymore, but the only bookmark bar that you should see is the one by Chrome. It's your Google one, and I'll show you how to turn that on and off. Any other bars below there usually are just filled with ads, spam, and you want to get rid of them. They're usually added on with gambling apps and things like that. The only one you should be using is the Chrome bookmark bar, and I'll show you how to turn that on and off. So we're now in the Chrome browser, and if you look up at the top, you'll see this is my bookmark bar along here. You should see this, and if you don't, I'll show you how to turn this on. We'll come back to this and I'll explain it in just a minute. But your bookmarks, of course, flow across here. And if you can see these little two carrots here, if we click those, the bookmark bar extends all the way down here to the bottom. It keeps going and going of all my sites that I've bookmarked on my bookmark bar. Now you can bookmark them wherever you want. You all know that this little dot here will bookmark things for you, but I want you to use the bookmark bar, and I'll show you why in a moment. But let's see how to turn off this. So let's come up to the three dots on the top here in your browser. We'll click that, and we're going to come down to settings. When we click settings, you're going to see over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see appearance. Let's click appearance, and now you'll see as we come down, you'll see here it says show the bookmark bar. Now let's look up here on my bookmark bar as I toggle this on and off. So if I toggle it off, you'll see it's gone, and if you see it toggled on, then it is back. And again, you can do this. So why would you want to toggle it off? Well, if you're doing any presentations and you want to keep your screen clean, then you can certainly just turn it off if it doesn't really apply to your presentations. So it's very easy to turn on or off. And as I said earlier, there should only be the Chrome bookmark bar there. If you see any other stuff below that, just turn it off and make sure you get rid of it. All right, we're back on the Chrome browser. And as you can see, you see my bookmark bar here along the top. I'll explain all the features I have for myself, or all the features I have organized for myself, but I want to show you how to make this work well. And so I'm at a website called ℙ𝕝.net. This is a great site, lots of information for seniors, and you're going to be wowed by this site, and you're going to want to go back over and over and over again to ℙ𝕝.net. So what's the best thing you can do? Well, you could save it to a bookmark, but you're going to have to go and look it up. But if I come up here, I can just, you see these little arrows to the left here? If I take this and drag this down now, you see the vertical bar, it's going to drop it right there. And now I have my bookmark saved at ℙ𝕝.net. So if I go to a different, let's go over here to our website. and I say, oh, gee, I want to come back. Well, if I come over to our website and I say, oh, gee, I want to come back here, just click here, and that brings up Huey's site. So it's always right here on our bookmark bar, right here. It's always here right on my bookmark bar, just one click away. Now, you're going to say, Ron, just hold on a sec here. You're running out of real estate. Well, of course I am. You can only put so much along this bar. But let me show you how to rename this. So I'm going to open this up, and we're going to come down. And what we're going to do is we're going to edit is right here. And we can edit the name. And instead of calling it Huey's Views and Reviews, etc., I'm just going to call it HP, Huey Popluck. And I'm going to save this now. And now you see, instead of all that real estate we have here, it's just called HP. Click HP and it, well, let's try this. Just click HP and it comes up. And that's Huey Popluck. All right, now I'm back at my Chrome browser and I have an interesting website. This is called Chrome Unboxed. I really like this site. I use it a lot for all matters regarding Chromebooks. I want to save this as well as an information site, the same as Huey's was. So let me drag this down and save it right next to Huey's. So we're going to just take it and we're going to, now we could come over and just click this little bookmark save tab here, and you can do that. I'll show you that in a minute. But let's just drag this down and we're going to put it right by Huey. See this little vertical bar? I'm going to drop it right by Huey. But again, you'll see that it gives me a long amount of real estate it's going to use up. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to edit this, and we're just going to call it CU for Chrome Unboxed. I recognize the logo that's here. All right, so now we have both Huey and Chrome Unboxed as resources for me. So let me say that we can now group these together. We can make a folder and we can put all these in a folder on our bookmark bar. Now, would that be interesting? So let me, while I'm hovering over the bookmark bar, I'm going to right click and I'm going to say add a folder. So let's click here and I'm going to call the folder resources, but I'm just going to say it's an R for resources because I want to keep the real estate small on the bookmark bar, and I'm going to save it. And now you'll see that we have a folder called resources. Now we can then just drag our Chrome Unboxed over top of the resources folder, and we can take Huey and drag Huey. Sorry, Huey. We're going to drag you over and we're going to drop you, boom, into the resources folder. There we go. Now, all the resources that we have or we want to use, we can just put them all in this folder. And there they are. Just click that folder. There's Chrome Unboxed. And let's bring up Huey. There's Huey again. And so we have all our resources all in one folder right here, right where we're working, right on the bookmark bar. And then if we want to move this, we can just move the folder. If we want to move it over here, we can move it here, or we can move it back, and we can just move that folder wherever we want. So you can quickly build up a large library like I have here. You'll see some of the ones that I have here. VP is all my production work, all the resources I use for producing shows, or all the things that I want to keep at my fingertips if I do courses or further training. There's always interesting sites and interesting resources, and I keep them all in this folder, and they're right there for me when I'm working. So that's great. So making folders is a great idea, and you'll see that I do have a number of folders on my bookmark bar. So we're back in the Chrome browser. We have, of course, Huey's site up. We're studying it, but you say, oh, I would really like to watch some of those premiere videos. I'd like to find them, but where are they? How do I find those? Let me show you a couple of tricks that you can do. So let's just open a new window up, And let's type in Tech for Senior. Just in the Google search engine here. Let's see what we come up with. Tech for Senior. And you look down here, and of course, if you click the first one, you'll go to our web page, and you think, no, I don't want to do that. This looks more like a YouTube thing. Maybe I'll click this, and that'll take me where I need to go. Okay? So we're going to click this, and guess what? It takes you over to our YouTube channel. Right like that. There you go. Now, as you remember from our last week's show, I've now made a new playlist, and we'll talk about playlists now, of all our educational premier YouTube videos. And the ones that are going to come up, the future ones will be here, as well as the ones that are already done. And it's called Tech for Senior Premier Educational Videos. So let's just click this and see what happens. Well, here they all are. You'll see that it starts. I haven't loaded the one for Monday yet, but it will show up as to be aired on Monday. And all these are all our premier educational videos for you, right? Well, let's say I can show you how you'll never have to look it up again. Let's just take this little, again, come up to our browser here, and let's just take the URL, and we're going to take this and we're going to drag it down and we're going to drop it here. Okay, now let's close this out and we're going to open a new tab. And now let's just click this again and it brings it all up. This is called a playlist. Okay, now all you'll ever have to do until you die, it will never change. You will have the bookmarked right here. All you have to do is click this button and it will bring up all this list, and that's all you need to do. You just need to, this is called a playlist, and now you've added that to your bookmark bar. And the only problem is a lot of real estate again, right? Got cut down on real estate, so right click here and we're going to edit this, and we're going to call it TFS Premier, just a P, and we'll call it P. Actually, let's not even do that. Let's just do TFS P. Okay? And we're going to save this. And now it just says TFSP, which is the Premier. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag it over here, all the way over here to where I have, these are all my operational buttons here. So the left button here is just taking me right to YouTube. This is Tech for Senior. If I click this, all our Tech for Senior episodes come up. This is now the playlist for just the premiere episodes. This is all our Tech for Senior live shows here, and this takes me into the back end of our management tools for our studio. So these are all right here, and these are what I use all day long. And now we've just made one up that you can make up too and keep it right on your bookmark bar. And that is called a playlist. The playlist never changes. And as I add new videos, they just automatically get added to the playlist. And that's all. You just have to have that button and you can always find our premiere video. So you'll be using your Chrome browser like a pro if you use that bookmark and the YouTube playlists. We'd sure appreciate that like and subscribe. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Until we see you again, have a great day.